Hello, and welcome back to Fili Daily Vlogs. We are all Fili, and Fili Creative, that's the name of our business. And I'm Gus.
I'm Tim.
I'm Amber.
And we are feeling fine.
So
Couldn't help
painful.
That is my life. I inflict pain through puns.
So,
Call me the pun-isher.
Oh, man.
I'm dead.
I think the other day I made it sound like I've been forced to live in a bedroom in our house, and that's not really the truth. Like, Hannah and I came to like mutual consent. That sounds weird. We mutually agreed that it would be beneficial for both of our healths to just be a little bit distant, because I'm still having a few symptoms like runny nose now, which hasn't been an issue until literally the last 10 minutes. But
you
anyway.
do sound better than you did the first day we were doing this. You don't sound nearly
your voice
as
isn't
deep
quite
and
as so run
Yes, I sound more like myself, which is a good thing for sure. So yeah, let's quickly just go through the numbers. The New York Times reported about 3 hours ago that so far 5,881 people in the United States have coronavirus.
Oh, man.
At least officially.
That's a lot.
So does that put us in line with Italy, or are we over?
I don't know. I haven't seen the latest, like factoring in today, the two graphs. But up until yesterday, we were just right there where they were a week or two ago, something like that. And so, yeah, there's definitely a lot of concern, and we really need to start seeing some separation in those two graphs, or else we're going to have it even worse than Italy. It's just not a great situation to be in. So,
For sure.
So anyway, any other negatives we want to cover here at the beginning?
I mean, I think Amber saw it, but they released, at least for the Salina Central area, they released a list of like local closings.
Yeah,
and
businesses
other.
that have been closed in the area, which is quite a few, surprisingly.
There is a lot. It's a fairly lengthy list, actually. I mean, there are still like several restaurants who are staying open, but they're doing like drive-through only or like delivery only. So as not to let people in. The one that I thought was kind of weird was actually Dollar General. It said open 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. for customers 60 and older.
Yep.
All locations will close at 8 p.m.
Yep.
So apparently it's only open for, it looks like, an hour and a half in the morning, and only for 60 and older, which seems like just a really weird number.
Maybe I misunderstood what I heard, but I thought I had heard that they were open in the morning just for those folks, and then they'd be open to the rest of the public.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. It didn't really specify on that list as to what exactly it meant.
I'm sure there's still confusion everywhere about everything.
Right.
No one really seems to know what's going on. So,
but yeah, there were quite a few here. The zoo is closed, which is a good thing. The Arts Cinema's closed.
Yep.
The Arts Center, or I guess the Arts Center is also closed. Looks like the community theater actually pushed their production of Gentleman's Guide out to June.
Wow.
Oh wow! So did they cancel their June show?
I'm not sure exactly what's happening there. I've got a couple of friends who are in the production. I should just actually text and ask what's up. But I'm glad that they are following, and because I was a little concerned, not because I distrust the theater necessarily, but it's hard.
It didn't seem from the very first thing that we saw.
For when
it didn't seem like they were taking it seriously enough. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Right. I mean, I felt like they were, but when your revenue totally depends on the shows that you put out.
Yeah.
I understand that's like a definite hit, but I mean, I know that like the Theater Lawrence has postponed their shows until such a time. I think TCT is doing the same for at least like 2 months. Like they're not doing anything, so
That's crazy.
I'm just happy to hear, because I was concerned that theaters like that wouldn't necessarily do it because they depend so heavily on that revenue. I mean, granted, every business does, but you know.
Okay, well, shall we take that old happiness meter and crank it as far up as we can possibly
Back the other
achieve?
direction.
You got it.
Okay, maybe a little too much there.
But listen,
Does
you can
anyone
either
have
have
a-
me all the
can't
way,
be
or
that
you can have me none at all.
I can't. Nope. There's only so much joy I can have.
This is the face of seriousness right now.
Okay, so who has the question of the day or wants to ask a question of the day?
I don't have that list pulled up.
Tim had some would you rathers.
I did. I've got that list actually pulled up.
All right.
Here, shall we do... I can handle the question of the day if you guys want to do the other two.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Sure.
Okay, so question of the day. If you had the ability to put up a billboard and it could say anything you wanted it to say, what would you put on it?
Oh, jeez. That's rough.
Just for some background to our audience, and you guys may not even know this, a couple of years ago, I'm thinking 4 or 5 years ago, it might be more, but there was a guy who needed an organ transplant. And he got on the national news by actually putting up a billboard west of town here in Salina.
Right.
And basically just saying, hey, if you have an organ to give...
I feel like I remember
I don't
that.
remember which one it was.
I feel like I remember
An
seeing
organ
Yeah,
to give?
It was more specific, but I don't remember which organ. I think it was like liver or kidney,
Yeah.
maybe one of those.
Huh.
So I thought that was like just a startling act of sheer desperation.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway, cranking that happiness meter back up, what would you put on a billboard?
I think... I mean, I would love to put something weird like just the face of Cthulhu on a billboard and just, do that. But I think in actuality, I think one phrase that hits home really well for me, I think that a lot of people should be reminded of, is one thing that Patton Oswalt says in one of his specials, which is, "The world is cruel, be kind." Like, just as a general reminder to not be a complete jerk to anybody. I mean, we're all selfish in our own way, but, I just think that's a good reminder.
Yeah.
You kind of almost stole my idea.
Ha! I'm sorry. The world is cruel. I'll be kind.
Honestly, what I would put on a billboard, I would probably put, I would go to, an animal shelter and take pictures of the saddest looking pupper ever, and then, take pictures of the happiest pupper ever, and, plaster them together on billboards and, make people feel really guilty until they adopt all the dogs.
So you're like those commercials that are really, the ones oh, these puppies will die if you don't adopt them now.
Yeah. Yep.
Mixed with...
That's me.
Are you going to put Sarah McLachlan behind it?
Make it to where it sings that song every time somebody drives by.
I will remember you. Sorry.
So my answer to this question is I would probably do something socially conscious like both of you have chosen. But in my own little world, I would probably put Gus was here. 'Cause for years, I've been writing that in little tiny places where no one will ever find it.
That's hilarious.
All over the different places I've lived and worked. So
you're a vandal.
Yeah, but on a very, very small
he's
scale.
He's a good vandal, obviously.
I remember getting a text from a guy I worked for at the Bible camp I worked at in Nebraska. And he's like, I keep finding your name. Because I had written it in 10 places in the canteen up there. So, yeah, it's probably not my smartest.
My video froze.
Oh, sorry. It's probably not my, my most proud moments. But anyway, it's something I've done. So, let's do a quick fire. Let's see if we can get 5 or 6 of these in.
All right.
Okay. All right. Are you ready? I got one.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. Would you rather be able to talk to land animals, animals that fly, or animals that live underwater?
Ooh. Oh, that's tough.
I'm terrified of deep water, so I'm just going to stay away from that.
But if you could talk to them, then you could know which ones are threatening and which ones aren't.
I'm good.
What if they're liars?
I'm good. Nope. I will stick with probably land animals because then I can talk to my dogs.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to land animals too. You're right.
Do you think they would have interesting things to say?
No, probably not.
My dogs? It's like bone.
Yes,
bone.
my dogs would
Bone.
be feed me, let me outside.
Bone.
Oh man, just for the sake of ease, I think it would be it would be easier to talk to land animals, and there is enough of a variety. I think it would be interesting. Now in that, do you include insects, or are we talking strictly mammals?
I don't know.
Not that I like insects,
Let's just
but
say animals, just mammals.
okay.
I like that.
I think I would love to talk to creatures of the deep, though, just because
That is pretty cool.
that is of our entire planet. That is there's still a lot down there that we haven't seen and that we don't know what's down there because we haven't developed technology enough to go super far. I mean, we've developed technology that can go deep, but not like super deep. I honestly, to me, like the entirety of the ocean's like a whole nother world. It's very alien and very weird. I don't know. I think it would be interesting to see if like to talk to any of those.
Ooh, I've got
Like,
another one.
I wouldn't want
if
to
you
talk to a
want another
jellyfish
one.
because I feel like they would have nothing to say. But
I've got another question if you want one.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, would you rather live the rest of your life in a sailboat or in a trailer house?
Sailboat.
Sailboat.
I've spent overnight. I mean, Amber, you and I have had the experience on a sailboat.
Yep.
Like, I think I would enjoy that.
I would way rather that all day. I'm glad we all agree on that one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a super easy one. All right, I've got one.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you rather be covered in fur or scales?
Scales.
Why so?
Because I'd be shiny and everyone would look at me. No, the real reason is like I already have like enough hair that it's annoying. And so to be totally covered
Scales,
in hair would just
right.
no. I don't want it.
Yeah,
I don't
scales are
want
way
it.
better. I get too hot and then like I get angry. I get frustrated if I get too hot. So fur all over would just not do me good.
But on the flip side of that, if you're covered in scales, the likelihood is that you have that would mean you're what?
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded?
I am.
So that would mean that you would have to always be in a source of light that's warm.
That's okay. I'm all right with that. Because then I can't overheat. I'm just maintaining my warmth.
That's fair. I can see that side. Like as someone who, I'm already a walking space heater, so I can see the appeal of scales. Mm-hmm. But I think I would prefer hair. I'm already pretty much used to that, as I'm a very large hairy person. So I'm basically like a bear mixed with a gorilla at this point. But I think with that, in theory, you wouldn't necessarily shed as much as, like, say, a dog or something like that. But with scales, you would have to shed your skin every so often, and I think that would be uber weird.
Oh, God. Here you go. This is a good one.
All right.
Would you rather move to a new city or town every week or never be able to leave the city or town you were born in?
Oh, I have to go with the first one. I'd rather move.
I'd rather move every week too.
Assuming that doesn't mean like it takes a full week to like. I'm assuming that's
and like the day you
jumping
get
in a
settled,
plane.
you have to move again.
Oh man.
I
think I would pick moving every week.
Yeah,
I would
and
just-
like I'm assuming like we're going hotel, to hotel, not like moving into a whole house because that would just suck.
I'm
That
packing
would
like
just suck.
my 2 weeks worth of clothes, so I only have to do laundry every 2 weeks, and then I'm just going week to week, place to place.
I think I would agree with that. As much as I'm very much a homebody and I don't love travel, the thought of being stuck in the town where I was born is not
Forever.
appealing to me. And granted, like I actually really haven't spent any time in the town in which I was born. I was born in Joplin, so
I didn't know that.
yeah. Weirdly, like both my mom and I were born in Missouri, and my brother and father were born in Topeka.
Joplin's not too bad though. It's a decent sized town.
It's not bad, but it's just I can't contemplate staying in the same town all my life.
I mean, if you would have been there your whole life,
I
you would
get
have been eaten up by that tornado that destroyed the entirety of Joplin a few years
Right.
ago.
That was terrifying. Yeah. We're not going negative. Go
Oh,
positive.
oh God, okay. Well, it's a good thing you left.
No.
Positive.
So would you rather,
Okay.
and I'm coming up with this on the spur of the moment, so it's probably not very
Okay.
good. Eat a steak that's scalding hot or one that is just like 33 degrees, like not quite frozen, but as close as you can get.
Like they're not going to change. Like I assume that they're just as soon as you get it, you have to eat it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think I would take the scalding hot. I would just take a drink of.
But you're not allowed to let it cool. Like
I'll just take a drink of water with it.
Okay.
Okay. I could cool it that way.
I would rather eat the cold one.
Oh really?
Yep. I don't like burning my
surprised me.
mouth. I really, really don't. Like, that just leaves my mouth in pain for days, and then nothing is enjoyable for the next, like, days. I just don't have good experiences with burning my mouth.
I burn my I burn my mouth every day.
We all do. It's called living.
I do burn my mouth fairly frequently, and I don't enjoy it particularly, but I don't like it won't keep me from not like I would rather avoid eating cold meat than
I already really
have to eat
like
cold
rare
meat,
steaks anyways, so it can't be too much further from that.
I am very much I like a medium. I like just a suggestion of pink inside.
Yeah, no, I will eat a steak as rare as the person is willing to cook it.
That's terrifying. Not terrifying. It's I don't understand it totally, but like hey, everyone to each their own. I got a question.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I already know what all of our answers would be.
Okay.
Would you rather be able to teleport anywhere, or be able to read minds?
Ooh.
teleport anywhere because
Teleport.
I don't want to know what people are thinking.
You're right.
I would go for
anywhere.
teleport.
I don't want to hear people's thoughts. I really
Well, I think that's the
don't.
I
question.
already know what happens in here enough, and it's like I don't want.
Okay,
no.
but
The
like,
question is, can you turn off the mind reading, or can you like only use it on like specific people?
no, I imagine.
I think that curiosity would kill you
Right.
though. Like you'd be like, "What are you thinking? Oh no, why did I do
right.
that?"
I feel like it would be more like that TV show, the Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist thing, where like you can't
Oh, yeah.
control it and you just randomly start hearing people's thoughts and you're just like, no, stop. And it's always at like
If
the
you
most
haven't seen that show, you
inconvenient
have to
place.
watch it.
I
It
have
is
yet to watch it.
fantastic. Such
It's
a good
so
show.
good.
I would much rather teleport. As someone who's not fond of traveling, I don't mind driving, but I don't really like it that much. If I could just instantly teleport
Dude,
somewhere,
me too.
I would do that 100%
I would
of the
so
time.
do that. I love traveling.
I would
Like,
use
just
it
go
to
everywhere.
like, yeah, like I would have my favorite restaurant in.
Yeah.
Well, most things that I like are in New Zealand, so
Right.
it'd probably be a lot of going between here and New Zealand. But
Dude, I would just travel the whole world. I would just pick a place and poof,
Mm-hmm.
there it'd be. Can I take people with me? Can I like touch them and take them with me?
I'm gonna say
Yes.
yes.
Good.
Then the other question is, do only you have this ability, or does everyone have this ability? Because if everyone does, I think
God.
everything would just be mass chaos.
yeah, there would be like people robbing banks.
Right?
Just
They
in
just
the
like
moment.
poof in and poof out with all the money.
It's like poof.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be bad.
Yeah, that'd be really
and
bad.
murder, lots and lots of murder. I think that would be a real problem.
You're right. So just me. You forget everybody
Yep.
else.
Look, I'm more responsible than y'all. You can trust me. I can trust me. All right, let's do one more and then call it good.
Okay.
Okay, this is a weird one.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather have edible spaghetti hair that regrows every night, or sweat not sweet maple syrup?
Okay, you're gonna have to read it again. I didn't catch the first
Okay.
part of it.
I just ran into this one. So, would you rather have edible spaghetti hair that regrows every night, or sweat maple syrup that is not sweet? I think Amber's face says it all.
No.
I think the hair, because I just like I already hate being sticky,
can't-
and then the thought of that in my armpits is just like no,
No.
1,000 times no. Yeah, so hair for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Nope.
Is that a no to both?
I don't know, man, because I have long hair, and that's just. I
Well, look at
can't-
it. It just regrows every night, so you can just cut it in the morning. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with the hair and be bald for the rest of my life. Yikes.
But you'd have free pasta forever.
Yikes. I don't think I could eat anything that is extruded out of my body. Let's just not.
I'll be in agreement with you there.
I guess I'm comfortable with that. I guess.
I just ran across the question. I didn't write them.
Oh,
So.
buddy. That's a terrible one.
I'm glad that wasn't one from the mind of Tim.
Ugh.
That would be
the one for the mind of Tim would be terrifying.
All right, so this is a record short one, 20 minutes, but I think this gives us a chance to get it uploaded a little more quickly and shift into the daily production schedule.
Yep.
So anyway, well, I think that's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. We will see you again tomorrow.
See ya.
So from all of us here at Fili, best of luck and have a great day.